Have you ever ordered some character art and been disappointed with the results? Well, I'm here with a few tips to help you make sure that you're happy with your next purchase. Let's get into it. What's up, baby bards? I'm Ann Richmond, aka Hearthsinger, the head bard in charge round these parts, and today I wanted to give you a little bit of guidance when it comes to expectations and ordering your character art, whether that's for a token, for a VTT, or maybe you're memorializing a fallen hero, or simply marking a cool story milestone. I think it's awesome to have a visual representation of the character that's been living in your mind rent-free. Getting character art made is an emotional and a monetary investment, so I want to help you make sure that your order reflects your expectations. The first step on the road to your dream character art is research. You want to make sure you have a look at the portfolio of anyone that you're considering. And that's because styles can vary a lot, and you don't want to choose to work with somebody who doesn't have a representation that matches your expectation. And once you find something you love, you want to be able to say, hey, how much would something like this cost? Because the last thing you want is to fall in love with a picture that's full color, full body with a detailed background and spells shooting out of every orifice. I want to go back. But let's say you do fall in love with that. We don't kink shame here on this channel. You want to know that you can afford what it is you want. Some artists are going to skew heavily towards realism. Some artists are going to have like an anime inspiration or really illustrative style. It runs the gamut. You're really just trying to find the right person for the art that you want. You also want to understand the types of commissions that they have on offer. They'll usually have a difference between drawings in black and white, whether it's going to be a bust, hips up, or full body action pose with background. And some people will have more or less of those options, but there will be different price margins for each one. And sometimes it's not so much a matter of what you want as what you can afford. For me, I was always looking for the best way for my budget to get a full body colored piece that I would be happy with. And those come at a greater expense. Looking back on it, sort of wish that I had started small with just busts. And the reason for that is that if you're playing on a virtual tabletop, a bust is really all you need to be able to show your face on a token or to share, a sense of what you look like with your party. And it also allows you to get to know your character over time. Unfortunately, I think a lot of people experience going to the table with a character they're really excited about, and then that game falls apart and you spend $120 on an art commission. You feel dumb. And maybe that's just me, but I have a hunch there are other people out there with some regrets about certain expenditures. But I think that the cool thing about starting small is that as the game progresses and as you get to know your character more, you'll have more specificity to give the artist when it comes to realizing them if you do go in on a full body portrait later on. After all, no character survives what they were in your mind when they hit the table. Whether it's an accent or a stench or an accessory, everything changes once the gameplay starts. So you want to make sure that the portrait that you have is the one that matches the picture in your head. Another mistake that's really commonly made is that people don't ask artists what to expect from the process. It's not that you should expect something specific and the same for every artist, because every artist is going to be different. I've had people simply take my paragraph description and turn it into something great, hand it back a week later, process concluded. And I've had other people who have said, okay, I'm going to do a sketch. Okay, now you've approved the sketch. I'll show you the line art. Now you'll make sure everything is the way you want. I haven't gotten anything wrong before I go in with color. And then they'll go in with color. And before they do a final pass on, shadows and effects, they might ask me to have a look at it again. And that's the most excessive I ever had someone be. Not excessive in a bad way, just the most detail oriented and making sure I was super happy with what I got. But like I said, everyone does it differently, and it's just nice to know what to expect from the process. One thing that's going to have the biggest effect on what you get back from your commission is being able to effectively describe your character. I think there's a temptation to get down every little thing from your character's attitude or like where they come from, or like just a whole paragraph of everything that they might be wearing or carrying on their person. And I find for the most part, artists get overwhelmed when you send them a wall of text, and it's hard for them to tell maybe what's the most important to you. So I prefer personally to pick out important line items like what color is their hair and their eyes and what race and class are they. Sure, they need all that information for a D&D character commission. But when it comes to the rest of it, I pick out 3 usually major features that I want to have attention given to. I usually choose whatever hairstyle it is. Like, she has a long cascade of curly red hair. She has one eye that's white with cataracts and has a scar across it. And she has a butterfly familiar. And then rather than get too specific with clothing, I will find some images either from Pinterest or Etsy or even Amazon if I find something I like, to say, I think this is the silhouette I had imagined, and then maybe these colors, and I'll send them a triad of Pantones so that a lot of the description is taken care of visually, and there's still some artistic license, because I don't want to tell somebody so rigidly what I need delivered, or there won't be any life in it. That's just my opinion. I guess let me know if you disagree, or if you're an artist and you have some advice to share in the comments. By all means, I'd love to learn from you what you think works best. So yeah, if you like this video, please give it a like, subscribe, ring the bell so you get a notification every time I put out a new video. I also have an awesome Patreon community where we are playing games every single month together. So go ahead and check that out in the info section below. Game signups are available for as little as $5 a month. And my oh my, is that a savings. All right, guys, that's it for me this week. I'll see you on the next quest. Bye! Art isn't easy. Every orc that you draw with new greens to discover. Some have tusks, some have claws, new details to uncover. And that's my Sondheim cover for today. D&D Sondheim. You hear it here sometimes. Okay, bye.